Guys, Erin here. I am dropping in with you to give you this week's astrological update. And I figure I better start out by saying happy solar return to all of you Leos out there. The sun has officially entered into the sign of Leo. Now, this is such a grand energy. Okay, when the sun is in the sign of Leo, the sun is in his own home. The sun rules the sign of Leo. So he loves to be here. He gets to function the way he wants to. In fact, the sign of Leo is what we call the fixed fire sign. Now, when I say fixed, what I'm talking about is an energy that does things with a steadfast way or does things with consistency and persistency. And that element of fire brings great energy. This sign comes with incredible vitality. In fact, the sign of Leo rules the heart, okay? This is also the sign of willpower. The motto for the sign of Leo is, I will. Okay, now also the sign of Leo is represented by the lion, okay? The lion that's got courage, but also the lion that can be very playful. This sign of Leo can be very creative and also very, very playful. But also because it is that courageous lion, it's like the king or the queen of the jungle. The sign of Leo is like the king or the queen of the zodiac and comes with incredible leadership qualities. Now, first of all, if you have your sun in Leo, some of these things might be resonating with you that I'm saying, but do you have anything in the sign of Leo? Let's say you've got your Mercury in Leo. Well, if that's the case, while it's Leo season, the sun comes up and sits right on top of your natal Mercury. And Mercury has so much to do with our mental function and our communication skills. It's like all of a sudden, you're able to give the speech that you've been wanting to, or you've been able to get the message out on social media that you've been wanting to. Or maybe your Mars is in Leo. If your Mars is in Leo and the sun comes up and sits on your Mars, more than likely, all of a sudden you've got all kinds of energy just oozing out of you. Or maybe your Venus is in Leo. If your Venus is in Leo, the sun comes up and sits on your natal Venus, then something might happen with, you might suddenly feel more beautiful, or something might happen with a lady in your life, or something might happen where something with a relationship or anything that has to do with aesthetically pleasing things. Okay, that's Venus energy. That's what she influences. And if the sun comes up and sits on your natal Venus, especially in the sign of Leo, those things get activated. Okay, now moreover, you don't have to have anything in the sign of Leo to want to celebrate this kind of energy. And I'll explain to you why. Even if you don't have any planets or celestial points in the sign of Leo, it's still somewhere in your natal chart. It still is going to land in some house in your natal chart. And wherever it comes through, that's an area of your life that you're meant to take on leadership qualities. Okay, so let's say you've got the sign of Leo coming through your 10th house, which is the house of career. Then you're meant to have some leadership qualities when it comes to your career. Or let's say you've got Leo rising and this is coming through your first house, then you're just a natural born leader. And now is the time to take advantage of that. Now is the time that the sun is shining his light right on you if you're a Leo rising. Let's say you've got Leo ruling your house of communication, your third house. Then as this sun transits through the sign of Leo, that means it's time for you to get out some sort of information, communicate something. There's all these different areas of your life that this Leo energy, it's certainly somewhere in your natal chart. And it's a really good idea to figure out which area of your natal chart the sign of Leo comes through so that you can understand that's the area that you are meant to take on these leadership qualities. And not only that, but it's extra influential when the sun is transiting through the sign of Leo. Okay, so I hope that made sense. Now, if you would like to schedule a reading so you can understand what I'm talking about here and you can apply this to your own natal chart, you can schedule a reading straight through the East West website, which is eastwestbooks.org. And when you go to that website, there's a little link on top that says Readers and Healers. If you click there, it's very self-explanatory and you will see how to schedule a reading with me. Okay, you guys, I do hope to hear from some of you. And until next time, namaste to all of you.